I'm making this video is I've seen it on Twitter. People are going back. Okay, it's OKC's finale is good, but for context and just to add to context, She-Hulk I would say is based. I was excited for when it was coming back and Marvel announced it, but um, for when it actually did come out, it's really just like a like pumps of goodness to your face. It's like, okay, here's Daredevil, here's Titania. We'll get bits of Titania, but we'll get bits of Leapfrog. Let's get bits of okay, Hulk's right here. Okay, he's going to Sakaar. Okay, we don't pick up his plot, his arc in the show until the ninth episode, which is the finale. Surprisingly, um, but to get back to the topic of the title of the video, episode 9 basically is the finale. It's 32 minutes long. It's way too short to actually flesh out a finale and make a finale actually good, especially with how it went and how I'm going to explain it right now. So we start off, I think, I'm going to skip a little bit ahead, but she is basically, to get more to the central plot, but she is basically going to Abomination's retreat, Emil Blancy's retreat, which is his real name, but she's going to his retreat to try and find independence to get away from all this stuff, right? She just lost her job. She just got fired because she no longer be She-Hulk because she had to freak out in the gala. So she go in there to relax. She meets the guy who's from the wrecking crew, who attacked her earlier, tried to take her blood. They failed. She gives him a hug, good hug, and then she asks for Abomination to speak to him because she doesn't know where he is. She wants to speak to him for guidance. The guy from Wrecking Crew directs her to wherever this building is. She walks over there. She walks in because Abomination is going to talk in the thing. And she walks into him talking. So that's that point we are right now. But before that, the spy guy is in. His name is Pug. But he's sent in and he has a AirPod in his ear. So this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The stupidest scene and one of the most ironic scenes of how blatantly people would catch him, right? He walks in and he's like, "Oh yeah." Well, not like "oh yeah," but he's trying to blend in with the crowd, right? So he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna look down. Okay, let me listen to she's talking me in the ear." But it's like, okay, would anybody actually think with a brain? Okay, that guy has an AirPod in. That guy is talking to himself. That guy is going, whoop, look down the sky, whoop, say we're never in a blind, whoop, back down, and do that over and over again. So I would pick that up immediately, and that's just a very cringy scene right there. After that, Hulk King, which is Todd Phelps, he tells the Pug that he's actually hulking, blah blah blah. He reveals it. That's a good reveal, not too bad. And you can see all the actors who are playing the people who are part of the intelligentsia. They're very uncomfortable with their lines. The ones who have speaking lines, they're basically backgrounds, but they just speak. But they're very uncomfortable with their lines. Like they can be lines like, "Oh yeah." There's not really any emotion. They fake the emotion. Like, there's a guy with the light blue shirt that doesn't have the buttons up on it. Who's standing as a Pug. He's saying his lines, but he's very scared while saying them. Because obviously you don't want to get canceled or whatever it is. Maybe if you're an actor. But past that we go on. Abomination. She-Hulk walks in. She's Abomination talking. She's very angry. Todd Phelps or Hulking is standing right there on the stage with Abomination. And then Todd injects himself with the serum that he got, or not serum, but the blood that he got from She-Hulk because Josh slept with her, and he injects himself to that because the guy next to him to his right handed him the box with the syringe in it, takes it out, pulls his sleeve up or whatever, shoots himself in the arm, and he starts transforming. This is the worst CGI I've ever seen for Marvel. I'm just gonna say because his arm goes, his arm like breaks for a second, and then his I think his other arm does that, and he transforms. And the way his Hulk looks is light green, almost I wouldn't say a puke, but like a very light green. Turns into a light green, and all his face is the worst part, but his face transforms to this very weird, almost Scooby-Doo Shaggy type look. Like Shaggy, come on, bro, you're disappointing Shaggy. You're making this movie Shaggy look very bad. But when you look at the aspect of okay, look at his shirt. His shirt, his scarf, his hair goes, and his hair goes everywhere. His character looks like a joke. Like whole transformation, he looks like a joke. Like, come on, bro, you're just basically throwing his character away, right? And it kind of had a good character when he was built up. It was an interesting character. He was a creepy guy, obviously. Then, before that, he became more mysterious. And then until season 9, he was revealed to be him. But then we also have, when he transforms, You have Hulk, who came from Sakaar, and he jumps down, and he actually just and lands, and says something like, "Don't mess with my cousin" or something like that, or Mexico car, whatever he said, whatever line he said. Then we have Titania who busts in from the wall, who says, "Hey losers!" What a great line. That's an amazing line. And I don't know why she would even be there, so it doesn't really make sense, because why is Titania coming to something that she doesn't even know about? Makes so much sense. How does Hulk come into something that he didn't know anything about unless he tracks her phone or something like that? But beyond that, Abomination and Hulk almost get into a fight, even though they're just holding hands, and they're not really fighting. Um, and then Titania does nothing. The guys who are actually there in intelligentsia meeting, they actually hold her back, even though she's a superhuman, and she can literally just go whoosh, and just throw them away. That does nothing. Todd does literally nothing. She doesn't fight or anything. She-Hulk just stands around in her Jen Walters form and does nothing because she's shocked or whatever it may be. And then the fourth wall break happens. She fourth wall breaks. She does the Disney Plus thing where she jumps down and she like catches her arm, hangs over there, and gets over to Marvel's Assemble, which is basically the filming of production of Marvel TV shows and movies, I think, is what you would call it. She jumps into that one, and she basically does her thing there. I want to explain how it's going to go. She goes to the writer's room. Somebody leaves the door open. She just walks in. She talks to the writers, and these are all probably all the writers who are actually doing this show, because I can see the head writer, who was for the show, or the head director for the show, besides Kevin Feige. The lady with the red shirt on, I don't know if her name is Chen or something like that. I don't exactly remember her name, but no, she has a red shirt on. She's in the front left corner, but she's there, so I would assume that that's the rest of the actual writing team. But so much potential, and then she figures out, oh, the guy's like, oh, I'll give my life for Kevin, oh, all this stuff, and then she goes actually to find Kevin, who's actually on Disney campus, so they walk over, blah 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 blah, to I would assume like Kevin's office, something like that. He walks into the guy, guys like, you need to sign the NDA. She signs the NDA, and then somehow you just press the button. Everybody needs to sign the NDA, and then she calls security. She claps security because she's going to Kevin's office. Grabs the guy, does the scan on the thing, blah blah blah, goes to the thing, goes to there, speaks to Kevin, which is actually just a robot, and his name is literally broken down into Kevin, which is just as Kevin, abbreviated, or single letters, but breaks it down and talks to them. But she's basically in that scenario. She is retconning things from episode 9, which keep in mind it's only 32 minutes long. So what are you really gonna? You're gonna retcon, a lot of scenarios that are very vital to what the breadth of your story or life of your story. So she retcons, I would say 4 or 5 really major pieces of that episode. She retcons Todd Phillips' transformation, so he doesn't transform into the Hulk King, into his Hulk form. Then Titania, I don't know if she's retconned or whatever. But Todd gets retconned. Abomination gets retconned back into well, actually no, I don't think anyone gets retconned back into there. But when it showed on the video, I think it retconned him back to being regular human. Hulk was retconned out. And that basically how it went. So what you just did was, and that Kevin scene of them just talking was about 5 or 10 minutes, but that whole fourth wall break was at least 10 minutes of a 32-minute episode. So it takes up a lot. And you not even counting the credits, not even counting the intro parts. The intro was very absurd and was very long. It's just harking back to like, okay, here's a cameo, or here's something to interest people who watched the original Incredible Hulk show. But besides that, she does the thing with Kevin, she retcons it, but what you just did, and I don't know if the writers realize it, is that you just destroyed the character development that we got for Todd Phillips. The mystery that we wanted to hear of, okay, where was Hulk? Well, you just retconned him coming, so he's gonna have to come back years and years or months later. Todd's character got destroyed, he didn't transform, he just got arrested later on. Titania. Why is Titania there? Okay. Abomination, he obviously goes to jail. Well, he goes back to DOD jail, basically. After that, we obviously get the scene where Todd is in the handcuffs, blah blah blah. He just goes to jail. We don't learn anything about him. Abomination goes to jail, and everybody goes on with their lives. And somehow, because She-Hulk put it in there while she was talking to Kevin, I want to see Daredevil again. Daredevil jumps down out of nowhere, and somehow this is a good episode, or a good finale. Somehow this made me happy somehow this made people actually happy on Twitter. I see people, oh my god, the fourth wall break is so amazing. No, it's not amazing. No, it didn't do anything to actually help the story develop. Like Deadpool's fourth wall breaks were good for development and actually gave a comedic relief, and it wasn't like some of She-Hulk scenarios where they're actually not funny, where the fourth wall breaks were not funny. They were more just like demeaning. So and that also alienated a lot of people who actually watched the show. Right. So my opinion on it, I'll give She-Hulk 2 or 3 out of 10. Very disappointed and just come on. And they destroyed a lot of She-Hulk's storyline. I am disappointed. And Leapfrog, he did not get done right in that story. He did not get done right. But also Scar, Hulk's son. He looks like an orc from World of Warcraft. It's terrible. The CGI is terrible for him. And his hairline is his hairline is like LeBron James when he plays football. It's like the quarter line. It goes all the way back. But otherwise, yeah, it's just very boring and terribly put together. Fourth Outbreak sucks, and Marvel can do better. Right? She-Hulk could have been pretty good from 1 to 8. Obviously, there was a lot of problems there, and there wasn't any breathing room for the characters. If they did what Rings of Power did, give all their characters breathing room of like an hour of a whole episode to flesh out characters like the dwarves in Rings of Power, I felt like I was really connected with them. But in She-Hulk, I didn't feel like I was connected to any of them because I didn't have breathing time with them. I do hope you all do have a great day and a great week. And just enjoy your day or whatever. I'll be uploading Roblox videos for here, and maybe some commentary videos as well, but I'll just be uploading. And that's probably basically it, but if you have any comments or if you liked the video, if you disliked the video, leave your dislike, leave your like. And if you disagree with me, obviously leave your comment or whatever. But also, I implore you to watch She-Hulk the full thing instead of just one episode. Watch the full thing, give your opinion on it, give your your aspect of every single thing. But also, don't give like a thought ahead of time of while you're watching. I would say, but make your opinions while you're watching it. Okay, what did this scene do to you? What does scene make you feel? See you guys. Bye bye. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the Star Wars background gameplay and space battles. So Star Wars space battles. Search from Roblox and it'll come. See you guys. Bye bye and bye bye. The patchable part. Her name is actually Jessica Gao. It's not. This doesn't start with Chen. She is basically the head director and I think writer for She-Hulk. There it is.